Hey guys, it's Sam here, and the Brentford Liverpool game finished about 25 minutes ago, something like that. Maybe not even that, maybe 15 minutes ago. I've had a bit of time to sort of figure out what I want to say about the game. And first of all, you have to congratulate Brentford. You know, they played very well. If we're being honest, probably deserved to win that game, or at least get something from the game. But start at the very beginning. First 20 minutes, we were on top. We looked very good. And the goal goes in. And the minute they scored, we crumbled. And for the last 20 minutes of the first half, we were awful. They had 2 goals disallowed. Literally, a minute after the second goal was disallowed, they then go and score anyway and make it 2-0. It was shambolic. A poor last 20 minutes of the first half. Half time, Jurgen Klopp makes 3 changes that changed the game completely. Changed the second half. We were dominant throughout. Get the goal. Had a goal ruled out for offside, unfortunately. But then got the goal. And that lifted everything, and it was like, right, we've got this now. But, you know, we had maybe a couple of chances, maybe a few half chances, but nothing really clear cut. And that was the problem. And we, at times in that game, we looked as if we'd never been in and around the penalty box before. We didn't know what to do. People were either having a shot that was clearly never going to go in, or it was just a hit and hope cross, not really trying to pick out a man, just putting the ball in, or we tried to walk it in and they just run into trouble or pass to a player that had about 4 men around him, that it was clear it was never going to go to him, or he was never going to be able to do anything with it. And then, right at the end, so like the 84th, 85th minute, Kanate tries to play for a foul. Definitely isn't a foul. And Mbeumo takes the ball, in on goal, bends it round Alisson, and 3-1. And that was it. Game over. And the problem is, Brentford is a team that we should be beating. Yes, it's a hard place to go. They make it very hard when they're at home. That's where they get a lot of their points from, is at home. It's a difficult place to go to, but this is Liverpool. You know, we should not be losing to teams like Brentford. And it just shows what kind of season Liverpool are having. You know, we are having a very difficult season. A very inconsistent season. And that is, you know, it's annoying as hell. But the thing is, it's not as bad as people think. We're only 4 points off top 4. Yes, Man United have a game in hand, but even then, that's what, 7 points off top 4? We were 10 points behind City last season and took them all the way to the final day and almost won it. So, you know, 7 points in this league is nothing. It can be caught like that, 7 points. It's so easy to get. The only problem is we're having an inconsistent season. So those 7 points can feel like a lot because we pick up points here and there, but we then lose or we draw, and we're not having those consistent wins that we were having over the last few years. And it's very, very reminiscent of the 2020-2021 season, where we were very inconsistent. It's tricky because we do have a few key players missing. Diaz, Jota, Firmino, all out injured. You know, if we had them available, I don't think it finishes 3-1. I don't think Brentford win this game. We have more quality, more players that can create chances. It's a different game. But with the squad that we have, we still should be beating Brentford. But that's the point. We do have some key players missing. Would a midfielder help? I don't know. Because it really depends on who you get, because it's not really a CDM that we need. It's more of an attacking midfielder. It's a midfielder that can create chances, that can score and assist. A Kevin De Bruyne-esque midfielder. Are you going to be able to get that in January? Especially with the fact that we might not have a lot more funds to spend in January? Who knows? You know, we are only in the 2nd of Jan. You know, the window doesn't shut until the very end. So there is still a long way to go in this window. Just like there's a long way to go in the season yet. You know, it's not like it's at the tail end of the season. But we are now in January, and this is where you do really need to start picking up points. The fact that it's such a close margin means you can kind of be let off with, you know, there is that little area for error, but a loss like this, I don't think so. Obviously we brought in Cody Gakpo, wasn't able to be ready for tonight. Should hopefully see him on Saturday, is it? Yeah, I think it's Saturday, against Wolves in the FA Cup. It's at home, which is good. So hopefully we get to see him. Hopefully we progress in that. We're still in the Champions League, and like I said, 4 points off top 4. So if you put it like that, it really isn't too bad. It's just the fact that we're not consistent, which could really haunt us. But there is still plenty more games to play, so it's not over yet. The one thing that I also want to say is that this is a team that is ageing, and we do need younger players. But I still believe we will get top 4, because I don't think it's out of the question. Still think Man United are very like that. It could go either way with United. We have seen that. Newcastle, again, are a bit like that. They can go on incredible runs, but then they can have what they had. I think it was yesterday where they drew 0-0 with Leeds. Pretty sure they were at home as well. So, you know, they drop points. It's not out of the question at all. It's kind of a kick in the teeth because we're 6th, and if we'd won, we would have moved above Spurs into into 5th, and we'd only be 1 point off Man United. So, obviously, a win would have made things a lot better, but it's not the worst thing in the world because it is still very tight, and like I said, it's not over. So there are positives, although it's very difficult when you lose 3-1 to find positives, but that is through many years of supporting this club. I've seen worse. You know, I saw the Roy Hodgson era. I saw the Brendan Rodgers era. You know, we have been a lot worse than we are. We have played a hell of a lot worse than we did tonight. We have the best manager in the world. We have a lot of players that are up there as possibly being the best in their positions. We have players out that will be back in, you know, a month or 2 months. Towards the tail end of the season, they'll be back. They'll have been back for a little bit. If you want to write it off now, then alright. I'm going to leave it with this. We have been written off time and time and time again. And almost every time we have come back. We were written off in the 2021 season. We fought back, ended up finishing 3rd, when a lot of people didn't even think we'd finish 4th. We were 3-0 down to Barcelona. Written off, beat them 4-0. Olympiacos, AC Milan, written off. That's all I have to say. You can never write Liverpool off because we have a good track record of coming back. And I believe in this manager and I believe in this team that come May we will finish in the top 4. And yes, it's not a title race, but you can't be in it. You can't be in them all. We are very lucky to have seen us in a lot of title races under Jurgen Klopp, especially over the last few years. Yes, we're not in this one, but who's to say we won't be in the one next season? It's a cliche, but there is always next season. And we just focus on getting top 4. We don't want to lose Champions League. If we focus on that, I think we'll get it. Because as I've said, I believe in the manager and I believe in these players. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. MD, JPB, it's only right, baby. Yeah, why you mad? I got a bag, bro. Name hot in these streets, no Tabasco. But I'm so stuck, that's a fact, yo. And if you think I'm frontin', you can run it back, yo. Go on, run it back. You know that I run it. Everything you wanna do, I already done it. And I got your little boo telling me she love me. I got this one, that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah. You know. I said, damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah, let's go. Look. I tell shorty drop it for a real one.